Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the fourth day of the webinar series on alternative therapy, a way of living. Today's topic is Pranic Energy Healing, a way of life by Mr. M. Venkatraman, Pranic Energy Healer, Head, RPOD, IG Car, Kalpakkam. Sir is superannuated from IG Car, Kalpakkam, 2011, after decades of association with strategic nuclear materials. The fundamental principles of pranic energy healing involves principles of self-recovery and the principles of life force. The healer accesses and transmits universal energy to the patient using specific frequencies and techniques for specific disease condition. He has learned the art and science of the pranic energy-based healing techniques from Grandmaster Choya Kok Sui, the founder of modern pranic healing and Hathatic yoga. He has trained several people in the basics of pranic energy healing. We welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Namaste. Good morning to all of you. Today we will pranic energy healing. That is the topic we are going to discuss today. It is without any touch, that is without touching the patient, without using any drug, and without any posture like yoga or something like that. So the next slide. Next slide. This is the prayer. No, previous one. Previous slide, please. This is the universal prayer to the Supreme God. We are thanking Him for the great blessings. We invoke for the divine guidance, help, and protection, and for divine healing power. We are thanking Him and for using us a divine instrument. Next slide, please. Next slide. This is the photograph of Master Choya Kok Sui. He was in this earth between 1950 and 2007. He was basically a chemical engineer and subsequently was a businessman. Later, he became a prolific writer on spiritual topics. He is the founder of Pranic Healing and Hathatic Yoga. Next slide, please. Pranic energy is not intended for replacing the traditional methods, but to complement it. Pranic energy healing is intended to be compatible and supportive of the standard medical treatments. It may be used as a parallel and complementing approach. Energy medicine is a complementary thing and it is generally holistic. It can support allopathic treatments. It uses the vital energy or prana to heal. It is the manipulating the vital energy or the bioplasmic matter. The healer has to project the prana to the patient and he brings out the changes. When you see the hand like this against a white background, you can see the hand and a small outline around the hand. But generally it is not visible, but with a little effort you can see that. It can be photographed using the Kirlian photography also. The healer has to work only with the energy body and not with the physical body. Energy body or bioplastic body has got meridians, or what we call in other language as nadi. And through that network of nadis, the energy distribution takes place. And the pranic energy healing is holistic in approach. It heals all associated and the root cause of the problems. Next slide, please. And this bioplasmic body was photographed using the Kirlian photography by Dr. Semyon Kirlian and his wife Valentina Davidovich. They developed a special type of early energy photography called Kirlian photography, and it can take the field or the energy field around the body of all living beings, and it can monitor the changes in the image. Next, please. This is a pictorial representation of the energy body. What we see is a physical representation of a person, and there is an outline which has the shape and contour of the person. So three or different views are projected so that you can have an idea of the energy body around the physical person. What we see that physical thing is surrounded by an outline, and in between is the energy body. Next slide, please. What we call as the aura is represented in this. It is an inverted egg-shaped shell. What we see inside is the physical body. The healer works in the energy body of the person. There are two principles involved in the pranic healing. First is the self-recovery. That is, the body has got the innate ability to recover from any injury. Supposing we get cut in a kitchen, we don't go to the doctor. We just allow it to heal on its own. So immediately the message is sent to the brain, and all the medical related things happen within our body, and it seals the blood loss. So like that, the body has got a self-protecting, self-healing and self-repairing mechanism. This is applicable from any condition of the body. Wherever there is a derangement or illness, it is the capacity to ability to protect itself from all threats to its health. So this is the self-recovery principle. Next one. This is the principle of life force. Body, for its existence, it should have the prana or life force. The rate of recovery is increased tremendously by applying the pranic energy to the affected part. The prana is transferred and it brings the tonic effect to the patient. It strengthens and produces the local improvement. The sources of prana is primary is the source, earth, air and sun. Trees and water are secondary sources. The healer accesses the energy body, what is called scanning, and finds out where it is affected. Then it cleans and then energizes, reassesses, and then completes the healing. If it is required, it can be repeated as and when required. Next. The body has got different network connected by chakras. The chakras absorb and distribute the prana throughout the network of nadis or energy body, and it keeps it alive. The small circles of energy are called chakras. These chakras behavior is assessed during the healing, and it is related to the anatomy of the person. Next one. So this represents the chakras in a three-dimensional form. Whatever you see projecting out of the body is all chakras at the various locations of the body, right from the top, that is the head, eyes, front heart chakra, and then backside basic chakra. There are different locations and different chakras, and each one of them has got its own regular function, and it is related to the some other chakra depending on the nature of function. The colors you see are all the colors of the chakras. This is not normally visible to the human eye, but clairvoyants can see that. Next one. The pranic energy healing can be applied for healing from small to bigger problems, starting from fevers, headaches, toothache, and then muscle pain, cough and cold. Even emotional nature problems like addiction, phobias, behavioral problems can be treated by pranic healing. There are two other aspects in that. One is self-healing, that is the individual can heal himself, knowing the principles of pranic healing, scanning himself before the healing and after healing. We can keep ourselves healthy and away from troubles. So that is self-healing. Another one is absent healing. The person need not be present in physically. Even those can be healed by remote or distant healing. The distance is not a problem. Anybody, anywhere in the world, they can be healed. And it heals the root cause. And there is, when you take drugs, there are possibilities of side effects and toxicity problems. All these things are absent in pranic healing. And when there is a fever, there can body feels feverish. At that time itself, if you heal, the symptoms itself can be at the symptomatic level itself, it can be healed without getting into problems. And as a preventive step, that is a prophylactic. So you can stay fit during epidemics. Many of the bigger ailments or chronic ailments, asthma, hypertension, sugar problems, stones, all this can be healed by pranic healing. It depends on the extent of problem to be healed. So this is an animation of healing the knee pain. There is a small switch below that. Can be operated? The animation itself, it can be started. There is a switch in that slide itself. First slide below. First slide below. Oh, below that, just below that first slide itself. There's here, left, still left corner. There is a switch. No, not there. Okay, it shows the healing, how it is done. The person who is sitting in front removes the disease energy and puts it in a disposal unit at the bottom. That is shown in that animation. On the right side shows the white spot. What you see is the energization after the healing is completed. Next slide, please. There is a quotation from Bible where a lady got healed for gynecological problems when she touched the garment of Lord Jesus. She immediately got healed, and she thanked him, for which she said, it is your faith that has healed. So it is an example of transfer of energy from a person, of a highly energetic person like Lord Jesus, to the lady, and she got instantly healed. Next one. So now we can try to feel the energy. So what we can do is mentally we'll relax and keep the resistance a bit away. You can sit comfortably in the chair. Keep your feet flat on the floor. And then try to feel the energy between your hands like this. You can try to move the two palms parallel to each other and look for any sensation between the center of the palms. Next one. You can rub the hands together briskly, see if anything happens within the hand, and then try to move the hands parallel to each other, find out whether there is any aliveness or it is being full of energy. Any feeling, whatever you feel in between, can be observed. If your hands are sensitive, you will feel some sensation. Next one. Next one. Now, what we can do is try to make a breathing cycle. That is, you try to breathe slowly. First, you start with exhaling. Exhaling. So first exhale, and then allow the abdomen to go inside. Then bring it forward or inhale slowly. You can try at least 3 to 4 times or up to 7 times without any problem. First, you start with exhaling. You can check your hands if there is any change in the sensation. First, we have just rubbed the hand. Now, with a few breathing cycles, we are checking our energy. Then third one, next slide. We can try to do some simple physical exercises. You can rotate your arms by either sitting from coming out of the chair or even sitting itself. You can do that. Rotate your neck 3-4 times left to right. And then you can rotate your right arm, left arm. You can twist your body, upper body, left times, right time. And then now you feel whether this exercise has changed the energy level. You can just observe. If the person is very sensitive, then all these changes will immediately give you some information about your energy body. Next one. Next slide. We will do a short meditation for 3 minutes. You can listen to that. If you want, you can keep the eyes open or you can keep it closed. It is only for 3 minutes. So we'll listen to the meditation. Audio, please.
Yes.
This is Master Chua Kok Sui. Let us invoke for divine blessings. To the Supreme God, we thank you for your divine guidance, divine help, and protection. Recall a happy event. Re-experience the exquisite feelings of sweetness, of tenderness, and of love. You are smiling. Recall another happy event. Smile at your crown center. We are going to bless the earth with loving kindness. Raise your hands at about chest level with your palms facing outward. Imagine there's a small earth in front of you. Be aware of your heart and your crown simultaneously. From the heart of God, let every person, every being be blessed with divine love, with inner healing, with inner beauty, with divine bliss, and divine oneness with all. Gently put your hands down. Imagine a golden flame on your crown. Imagine the small earth in front of you. Bless the earth. Let there be peace, harmony, progress, spirituality, and prosperity to all. To the Supreme God, we thank you for these great blessings.
Now, regular practice of this twin heart meditation and pranic energy healing diffuses the lower emotions, and if our personality is altered, removing all the sharp corners, and the energy body becomes strong and dense, and we will become more intuitive and intelligent. These are all the changes progressively that happens by practicing the twin heart meditation regularly. Next one. Apart from healing the person and the other individuals, the environment can be healed. And if somebody is interested in materialization, that is also possible by directing the energy to the various parts of life. And development of deeper spirituality is also possible. All these things lead the person become a better person in life. This is the pain chart. What happens to the body when we don't release our emotions? So right from the neck, shoulders, spine, elbows. The emotions are stored in various places, and this emotion, they lead to headache, body ache, all these problems. When we go deeper into that, all these problems can be understood and resolved. This is just a glimpse of that. Next one. Now, to improve the immunity, we have to have good positive thoughts, avoid fear, anxiety, and all negative thoughts. When you do the physical exercises and other breathing exercises, learning it properly from the people, and practicing THM, that is twin heart meditation, and share the blessings and encourage all those people affected, the overall community will be better off. Next one. So why we call it as a way of life? Because our immune system becomes better, our memory can be improved, decision making is improved. There are other parallel developments in spiritual and satisfaction in life. Individual efficiency and capability to do the work will improve. In Kalpakam, we had healing centers and many healers were available. And we used to conduct THM, the twin heart meditation, every week. And we had fantastic results obtained by the individuals who were very much benefited. Next one. So we will give thanks for the guidance and help protection received because of this angels. Angels only do the healing, we don't do the healing. We become instruments in their hand. They will direct the healing. Of course, initially it may be not understand, I mean, one cannot understand this, but as we go through this, the path, then we'll understand all these points. Next one. Next one. Yeah, we have come to the end of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for your enlightening speech on pranic energy healing. Shall we move on to the question session, sir? Yeah. From Balaji is asking whether that is aura and its power is different from each organism, for each organism.
Can you please repeat the question? Aura and?
Yes, sir. Aura and its power is different for each organism.
Yeah, it will be different.
The next question is, how can we increase the immunity for fighting COVID-like infections?
So mainly when we hear that somebody is not well, first reaction is we are afraid. Even though we don't contact the disease, we are thinking that we have contacted. That's the biggest problem. So first we are breaking the immunity by our own thoughts. So what we have to do is avoid thinking about the patient. What we can do is we can help the patient. That will be much better. You send good thoughts. That is the simplest help we can do. If possible, we can try to heal and show ways of coming out of it than discussing about the disease. The more news from the newspapers and TV channels will spoil our own mental health. So when you continuously we are bombarded with such news, when we see the statistics, more and more people are getting it, then our own mental health gets spoiled. So we have to avoid all this news, and we should know certain point, but always thinking about it is a problem. So that is the first step to improve the immunity. And then we have to follow our own schedules by breathing exercises. We cannot go out, but within the house we can do all the exercises, and if possible we can concentrate on some meditation so that our mind is totally away from this anxiety and fear. That is the best thing we can do.
Okay. So the next question is, you can explain how to increase the concentration power of child for better focusing in studies.
There are specific asanas available. That is called what we call as Topukaranam in this thing. There is a particular way of doing it. When we do that regularly, 7 times or 10 times every day, facing east, in a particular, you have to keep your your left ear lobe should be touched, and then right this. Then you have to do sit-ups 7 or 10 times. When we do that facing east, this is called the Ganesha Asana. When you do this, the right brain is activated and then left brain is activated in a particular sequence. And regularly doing that, you can recall whatever you have forgotten at the appropriate time. And this is very good for children. And if you start, even elders beyond 60, they can do this. Only thing is they have to change the direction. Instead of facing east, they have to face north. Regularly doing that, you can recall without forgetting anything. And naturally, the attention of doing the job will be on the job. Single point attention can be very easily developed.
So the next question is from Dr. S. Bashni. She's asking, what is the chakra to be cleaned and energized for relieving stress and stress-related disorders? For example, acidity and heartburns.
No, it is we cannot prescribe across the network. We'll have to scan the person and then do the job. Generally, solar plexus is affected. Emotional things are associated with unnecessary acid protection. So solar plexus, try to be happy. That is the simplest prescription. Navel chakra, because acidity is involved, and solar plexus and navel, plus associated depending on the individual person.
So from Reena, she's asking, alpha, mind power, and aura, is it same? Alpha, mind power, and aura.
Aura is the sum total of the
Hello,
Sir?
sir.
Sir, can you hear me?
Hello. Sangeeta, sir is answering via the chat. Just check, no? Or is it a question? It's a question, Sangeeta.
Dr. MS,
I
it's a
think-
question, ma'am.
Yeah, we have lost connection.
Shall we
Just
end
2
the-
minutes.
Yeah.
We are contacting sir through phone. 2 minutes. We'll wait for 2 minutes. Yes, Subhashini. So shall we close the session? Phone numbers. Chari. Okay. 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 I'll inform. Thank you. Sorry, participants. It seems there's a power problem in sir's side, so sir will not be able to connect once again. The phone numbers displayed today can be used to contact sir and clarify your doubts. He is also a healer, so he can heal you also. So he asked us to convey this to you. So over to Sangeetavani.
Yeah, ma'am. Over to Ganga, ma'am.
Yeah. You able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Etraj College Management, Principal, and Department of Microbiology, I thank pranic healer Mr. Venkatraman for giving us a thorough insight on pranic healing techniques. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, for readily accepting our invitation for the webinar series, Alternate Therapy and a Way of Life. I take this opportunity to thank our HOD Dr. Krishna Prema, Organizing Secretary Dr. Sangeetavani, and technical support Dr. Vidya, and all our colleagues who has made the program possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, tomorrow's session is on Hitayu, the Way of Life by Dr. N.K. Parthi Clinic, Coimbatore. We'll see you at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you.